It's easily one of the greatest times of the year. You have the NBA Finals. And just to give you a little background, so the Dallas Mavericks won the Western Conference, beating many good teams like the Timberwolves, and the Boston Celtics kind of had an easy car ride over to the finals. They beat three injured teams that consists of a Heat without Jimmy Butler, and an injured Cavaliers squad, and an injured Pacers squad. But without further ado, let's get into Game 1, where the Dallas Mavericks will be playing the Boston Celtics. The Celtics will be at home, and I do have them taking a win. And don't think, this is a massive win, maybe like 10 to 5 points. I think they're only going to win by maybe 2, 3, or 1 points, because let's be honest, the Dallas Mavericks team is so good. You have Kyrie Irving and Luka balled out during the playoffs, and I do think he will still ball out. But overall, I think Jrue Holiday will have a bit better of a game, which leads to the Celtics' victory. But it's not all bad, because I do think the Mavericks will bounce back and win Game 2. And like I said, Luka balled out, and I think he will ball out this game. He will really, really try his best, which honestly, his performance, I think, in Game 2 that I'm predicting, it will shock everybody, in the NBA. And it'll put really the whole league on watch, which is what I'm predicting. That's how good Luka has played within these last few games. And so moving on to Game 3, the Mavericks will be playing at home, and Kyrie will have a revenge game for himself, balling out as most Celtics fans wanted him out, but I feel like they will most likely regret it during this final series, because although Kyrie was somewhat bad in some points in his Boston, career, but I see him as a great, I'd go as far to say one of the legends. If the Dallas Mavericks win the NBA Finals, he will be a legend, just like Luka, for the Dallas Mavericks. And so going into Game 4, the Boston Celtics are down 1-2, and I do think they tie it up in Game 4. They're not going to let it slip away, just like in the 2022 Finals, when the Warriors took a 2-1 lead, which led to their finals victory. I don't think the Celtics are going to have the same fate like that again. So in Game 4, they tie the series up 2-2. Jason Tatum finally shows up after 3 games, and I do think he will play very, very good. I do actually think he might put up 35, 36 points, which would be amazing for the Celtics. And so moving on to Game number 5, the Boston Celtics are finally back home, and I do think that will give them a big boost, because obviously in the NBA, most of the people in the home team's stadium are the home team's fans. So I do think a mental boost will happen when they return home, and that's why they take the series lead. They're back 3-2. The Dallas Mavericks obviously can come back with Luka, a beast, Kyrie trying to get his revenge on his old team, which basically just abandoned him. But this will be, I think, a high-scoring, really good game. I think mostly offense, obviously some really good defense being played. This will be the first score I will predict. The score I do really think will be 118 to 107. and 21, in which this will really sting for the Mavericks. If they lose this next Game 6, it's all over. But it's not. In Game 6, I have the Dallas Mavericks winning, tying the series 3-3. Obviously, Luka. Man, Luka is a monster. I feel like I'm repeating that over and over again, but he really isn't. Nothing can define what he's been doing and what he's done. And obviously, in real life, I do really hope he wins a championship. But Luka, Kyrie, Gafford, few other guys, do you think they will pull it out for Dallas and really the whole city of Dallas? And speaking of Dallas, the Mavericks go back home for game number 7. And I do think this will be a mainly defense game, a lot of stealing, a lot of, rebounds from missed shots. And, a lot of missed shots. Obviously, this is Game 7. There are going to be some nerves. I do think, though, that the Dallas Mavericks pull it out and they win a championship. Luka gets what he deserves. Kyrie gets his revenge. And all the other guys balled out. They played perfectly. And that is why the Dallas Mavericks, I think, will win the NBA Finals, going to Game 7 4-3. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It'd help a lot. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.